All right, we are live and we are recording. It looks good, I think. Do we have recording? Yes, there we go. Okay. So, hey everyone, it's time for a midweek mini show, 11.5. This one's about the Returning Guest Challenge 2016. Stay tuned because everyone listening can be a part of this. And whether you're at work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this mini show. Please give it a like and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play so that you can get all the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. Big thanks to the Travel Bugs for the music and my patrons Doug Jones, Joshua and Caleb Slinkard, Tom Brotherman, and Jeff Arbaugh. If you'd like to become a patron, head on over to patreon.com/geocachetalk for more details. Patrons get path tags, and my path tags came in. So let me show you what it looks like for those that are watching. See if I can get this just right. Oh, let's see. Can I get it? Can I get it? Put a little something behind it. I'm working on it. There we go. Is it going to focus? Oh, well, that's as good as I'm going to get. I was trying to see if I can get it close and then get a good focus on it, but it's not wanting to focus. Well, that's as good as it's going to get. So it's better looking than the video. It's kind of blurry on the video. Anyway, they turned out great. I like the back. Let me make sure I cover this up, but the backing's a US geocaching arrow, but I like the color. I went with black instead of the typical chrome look to them. So anyway, there we go. There we go. It focused, and they look cool. Anyway, if you'd like one of those, become a Patreon at patreon.com/geocachetalk, and I sent out the ones that are current patrons. So they went out in the mail today. So you hopefully get those pretty soon. Patrons get path tags, coins, others geocaching swag during the year, as well as invites to special events. Working on scheduling that one. We're going to be playing a game during that event, and the game is back here. It's here every week. Nobody really gets to see it. It's a game called GC World. Doug Jones has played it before, and Dano of Team Pugach has played it. Some other people have. It's called GC World. It's back here. It's here every week. If you happen to notice it, it's called GC World, and it's right behind me. But I cover up most of the playing field. So anyway, join up and get an invite, and you can be part of that part of the night we do that game. I think it's pretty fun. I've had good feedback on when we played it before. We played it one time when I was on Cache and Release, and we had real good feedback on that the night we did that. So support level start as little as $3 a month. So this challenge came about over some friendly banter back and forth with Shermanator 18, Dano of Team Pugach, and Jesse Lunsford of Memphis Mafia. So now Jesse was a fill-in when Chris Umfenauer was delayed in getting on the show last week, and that sparked some fun controversy over whether his appearance on show number 18, which is coming up, constituted a return to the show. And I am telling everyone that it does not count as a returning guest. We had already planned a show from Memphis Mafia to be on the show that night, and so Jesse's he was on by himself. Now, Memphis Mafia is Jesse, Christy, and family. So his being on the show the other night does not constitute Memphis Mafia being on the show. However, it does get Jesse into eligibility to be on a future show, and I will discuss how the rules and everything will go on the challenge here in a moment. So Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. um, so the list of eligible returning guest candidates are show number 1 was Daryl W4. Show number 2 was Shermanator 18. Show 3 was Doc Firewoman, Deborah Burris. And show 4 was GW14er. And that one's not going to be considered part of it, even though I interviewed a whole plethora of people. I'm throwing that one out. So sorry for all those I did interview. You're not eligible since it really wasn't a real guest on the show kind of deal. So anyway, show 5 was Land Monkey. Show 6 was Amy Smith and Sandy Portacio, so they're both eligible. Show 7 was Rock Chalk, Chris Ronan from geocaching.com. Show 8, this is again a little controversy about this one. Show 8 was Johnny Pugach, and Dano was on the show as well. And Dano was claiming he was just window dressing, but Dano, I'm gonna count you in as eligible to be a return guest, and we're gonna count you as part of Team Pugach that night. So Team Pugach is eligible for being a return to the show. Show 9 was Geocaching Katie. Shout out to her. I know she's moving and getting ready for graduate school. So good luck, Katie, on all that this semester. Show 10 is Sarah Murphy from across the pond, my Irish friend and blogger. And check out her site, the geocachingjunkie.com. She is doing a lot of traveling over in Europe, and I'd like to hear more about how that went sometime when she gets back. And show 11 was Chris Umfenauer, the bad cop, and Jesse. And then show 12 will be on this Sunday. It's a pre-recorded show. Slinky Mom and I will be doing a geo tour and celebrating our wedding anniversary that weekend, this coming weekend. So that show was Velena Mahar, Butterfly Girl. And again, I apologize for not getting her name right on the show, number 12, but it's pre-recorded and it's a good show coming up. It's their mega Geo road trip extravaganza. So definitely catch that show this Sunday. So that's the lineup of potential candidates for this challenge. So let me get to the challenge. Your challenge, should you choose to accept this, is to create your own challenge. Now, there are some ground rules. Your challenge needs to affect your geocaching stats in some positive way. You could do a square on your PhysiGrid or a square on Jasmer. You might find the furthest north cache you've ever found, your furthest west, furthest east, furthest from your house. You get the idea of that. It could be the last find date you needed, or second to last, or something like that. The more significant the challenge, in my opinion, that you create for yourself, the more you probably are going to be able to convince the judges that you have won the challenge. And did I just say judges? Yes. Everyone who watches or listens to the show will be eligible to vote. And prior to the beginning of the voting, I will announce the many different ways that you can place a vote. So if some people don't do Twitter, that's okay. You'll be able to vote a different way. If you get it on Twitter, there'll be a way to vote on Twitter. But anyway, so everyone listening or watching the show will be eligible to be a part of this. So what do they win? What do they win, Dano? The winner will get to pick, or was Don Pardo? Was that the guy's name? I think it was on Price is Right. Anyway, the winner will get to pick a couple things. One, they'll get to pick a future show slot. So whatever works out for them schedule-wise. They'll be able to pick from open slots in November, December, January, whatever they want to pick. If they'd like to have another guest on with them on the show, with them, I have to be on. Sorry, it's my show, so you can't kick me out. But you can add another person if you'd like to do that, or you don't have to if you want to just be on. Just like just with yourself. You also will get to pick the topic or topics for the show. So pretty much you get lots of options, and it's going to be your choice for all those different things. If you want to give something away, you can give something away. If you don't want to, if you want me to give something away, I can do that. We'll just sort of be able to I'm gonna let you pick the format and pick the items. So that's for the winners. So now the way to enter between now and September 25th, videos of your challenge must be published on YouTube. They need to be less than 8 minutes long. I would suggest a length that you feel will get the most votes. And speaking of votes, as I just mentioned, the audience will start to vote on those videos starting on 9/26 and run until 10/1. The list will be provided to everyone. I would suggest that you might want to reference this challenge, returning guest challenge, in your video title. I'll probably have a hashtag that I will provide to everyone for that. So the winner for that will be announced on 10. And the voting runs from 9/26 until 10/1. The winner will be announced on show 17, which is October 2nd. And that show is with Molly, the geocaching fire dog, and Dana. And so that'll be fun to announce the show. I'm sure Molly will get to do the announcement. So looking forward to that. So thank you for tuning in to this mini show, announcing this fun challenge. I think this is a great moment right now to tell the viewers and listeners how much I really appreciate you. I may not mention it every week, or it doesn't kind of get put into the notes every week, but I really do want to take a second and just say I really do appreciate everyone downloading the show on iTunes or watching on YouTube, and all the positive feedback I have received. I'm going to keep putting good shows together for everyone. I'm working on some really cool other venue items, movie producers and authors, and some other different areas for the show that'll be fun to talk about. Some outdoors people. So just all different areas that I'm trying to kind of expand the number of or different types of guests that I have on, and I also have on the normal fun guests during the next even this next month that I have scheduled. It's going to be a lot of fun, and a lot of neat people on the show. So again, thank you for tuning in for this little mini show. Email me your comments at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at geocachetalk, and Facebook at facebook.com/geocachetalk. This show can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, as well as geocachetalk.com website. Tell your friends about the show and ask them to subscribe so they too can hear the show on a weekly basis. And until Sunday's regular show, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching. And to the repeat guests, get your videos done before the September 25th deadline. Good night, everyone.